and doing it Joe Rogan style here on the D. Yeah, I'm just going right into it because
You just want me to do for the hell of it, just Disruption Networks.
maybe you should come up with something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I know. We're going to do this, I promise.
I know.
I mean, we say it, but every week we're like, yeah, man.
How come I don't have just me and you on the screen? I don't know. I got to figure this out. A lot of stuff is kind of a little screwy over here. Anyways, what's happening, everybody? We're live on Disruption Network. You can follow along on all Disruption Network social media platforms. It is Local Music Monday. Shout out to my sponsors, my man Eddie Alsheimer over at EJA Moving Services. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit them up at 315-335-0516. The home of the free boxes. They give you free boxes when you make your move. Not a lot of these moving companies do so, but Eddie over at EJA Moving Services, they do. They give you free boxes. They pack up your boxes, and they bring those boxes wherever they need to go. And they unpack your boxes. And then they put all your trinkets and your knickknacks and your kitchen supplies wherever they need to go. You don't even really have to do anything. It's a great service. Check them out, ejamoving.com. Shout out to Joey's at 307 Mohawk Street. If you're in the mood for a good seafood dinner, you want a revolving dinner menu, if you need some catering done, and now they're serving alcohol over at Joey's. It's 307 Mohawk Street. The number for a reservation, and you have to make a reservation because you're not getting a table unless you have a reservation because the place has been that damn packed. 315-864-3527, 315eats.com. Thank you to Utica Coffee. Thank you to my attorney, Dave Longaretta, 735-6162 if you need some legal advice. Big ups to our friends over at Saranac. Had an amazing weekend with Billy, the liquor guy, over at Peter's Cornucopia on Saturday. That was a lot of fun for his book signing. He has a book out there called Under Too Long. You got to pick it up. You can get it wherever you get your books, or you can hop over to Amazon. He even has it at Barnes & Noble, too. So Billy, the liquor guy, check out his Facebook page. We're going to be doing some more live events with Billy coming up in the near future. Shout out to Ballsy, ballwash.com.
Yes.
Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. And Justin is a big, huge proponent of Nut Rub.
Absolutely.
Huge proponent.
Can't get enough.
Did you ever put some on your head?
No, I should. That's probably a good idea.
Dude, Forest Fresh.
Yeah.
My whole body. I told Gabe last night, I says, I want to have Nut Rub all over my body so my pheromones, like when I breathe.
Yeah, man.
Coming out of my pores, so I always smell Forest Fresh.
Yeah, dude, it's great. You know, the thing is, though, I still have that one little tin you gave me, but you're hogging all the other free samples for yourself, so I haven't been able to try anything else. So I'm still waiting, you know?
I got to get you some sack spray.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh, I need some sack spray. Is that what it's called? That would be
sack
great.
Spray. There's
Fucking
sack
great.
spray, Nut Rub, and Ball Wash.
I just want one of each.
A man who I think needs some more sack spray in his life is our guest today, Mr. Rich Massucci. How you doing, bud? Good to see you.
Yeah. Good, man. I could always use some sack spray, some Nut Rub, pretty much all of it, man. I'm down. Whatever samples you want to send them over.
Hygiene for your groin area.
Yes, sir.
Massucci, you're a first time. This is a first for me because you are the first person infected with COVID that has been on the show.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
Let me set the record straight. What do they say? The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated, man. So yeah, I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. And
wait a minute, you have COVID right now?
Yeah.
You have COVID. Well, I just thought that because, I thought that if you got COVID, like you had some kind of like alien arm coming out of you or some kind of weird shit happening. I don't see it.
Nope.
No, you're all good?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'm just curious. Throw that out there.
The good news is I actually tested yesterday and it came back negative.
Oh, great.
So the COVID's gone, but the pneumonia is still there, which is a very weird thing because they're telling me it's not like regular pneumonia. This is like a viral infection rather than a bacterial. Mm-hmm. And so you can't use antibiotics. You can't use like steroids. You just got to pretty much like suffer through it and pretty much hope you live, I guess is what it comes down to.
I've heard about that though.
Fingers crossed.
After COVID, it's like that's one of the things you can get afterwards. I've heard about that. And I've actually had friends of mine that have had that after.
Yeah. I got a call today from Jack Brown from Sophistafunk, and we had a pretty long talk about that. E-Man is he's got something going on with him right now too. So he had a couple questions, and I'll put it this way: I don't want to talk about COVID the whole time, but
we're definitely not.
but I will say this: having been probably one of the most irresponsible people on the face of the earth. I mean, I'm not vaccinated. I was going out almost every night during this whole pandemic, going to all the local bars. You're almost like you're playing Russian roulette with a lot of it. So in a way that I'm sitting here joking around, I feel very fortunate to be here like this. So, but I do appreciate everybody reaching out and sending their prayers and all that other good stuff. It warms the heart, as they say.
Yeah, man.
So,
I hope you feel better. Definitely.
I was thinking, man, what a horrible time to get COVID since the 14th annual Animals for Animals Jam is coming up this weekend, and I'm like, God damn, how's Massucci going to pull this off? You're going to have to be in attendance, right? Now that you're negative, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, I can be there. They say that when you test negative, it basically means like the COVID has stopped replicating in your body. So that, they also say once you've been fever free for like 24 hours, I think it was, without medication, that you can come out of quarantine. And if that's the case, I mean, I was technically able to come out on like Wednesday, Thursday night, something like that. I sat in there a few more days just to let it kind of stew over. But yeah, I mean, I think mostly we're over the hump, as they say. So
you're not contagious anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm not contagious. I mean, like I said, if you see me check out, well, not great, but
right.
It's all part of the show.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, it's all. But no, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be there Friday. I'll be there Saturday, and honestly, I can't wait to see everybody again. It's been far too long since we had one of these shows. Yeah. So, yeah.
The last one was at Sickenburger, right? Was that the last one?
No, you were in the last one there. The Animal Game show. That was our last official show, which was December 27th. Oh. And who knew, man? Who knew that show, which was going to be you guys, Falling from One, Enemy Down, Dark Passenger, who am I forgetting? Autumn Fire, 9 Ball. I mean, I hate to say it, but like all the bands that were in that show have pretty much gone the way of the dodo, and are no longer playing. It's true, and believe me, I tried getting everybody out. I thought that was going to be like one of our big selling points for the show, is to go out and get a bunch of those bands and be like, hey, we're snapping everybody back. It's going to be just like the Avengers. It's going to be great. Nobody's around. So, people were kind of asking me, like, why are you calling this show Animals Rise? And it was going to be, like I said, that play on bringing all the old bands back. But once I started realizing, like, there's something else to this, we're bringing in a lot of new bands. There's new bands that came out during COVID, during the shutdown. And this is an excellent opportunity to have those bands literally rise up and take the mantle. It's, so it is what it is. And I'm just glad we were able to fill that roster, because I didn't think we were going to be able to for a while. Shout out to you for actually advertising that, because had you not, I'd probably still be looking for bands right now. That's the truth. So,
well, he's trying to tell me there's no bands, and I'm like, come on, no bands. I do this show every Monday, and every Monday we've repeated 2 guests so far on Mondays. There's tons of bands out there, Yeah. And so I made one little post, and a whole bunch of people jumped up on it. So
that's great.
Yeah, I mean, there's bands out there. The other thing, and I believe me, I'm not trying to sound like, oh, nobody's good enough. That's not it at all. But you know yourself that depending on who you put into a lineup, if you put like a lot of solo acoustic players, you're not going to get a really big response in like a sports bar. So for the benefit benefit of the benefit, we have to really be kind of selective with who we get in there, and and thank God that we've got some really great people that are helping us out this time. So couldn't be happier.
Nice. It all goes down this weekend, Friday and Saturday, the 15th and 16th of October. I can't believe we're in the middle of October already. Shit goes by fast. It's going to be, we're embarking on 2022 really, really soon. But it's going on this weekend. The 14th Animals for Animal Jam. Talk a little bit about the history and like how your stepfather and Animal, talk about how you got this up and rolling.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, my stepfather was Rick Morehouse. I think a lot of people knew him as Animal. He used to go down. He'd support all the bands, usually when they were playing at the brewery or on Varick Street. Mm-hmm. big burly guy, real big burly guy. I always used to wear this crazy top hat with like the skull on and everything.
He looked like Animal from the Muppets.
Yeah.
He did. He really, really did. And but he was always a big supporter of the music scene, and he used to kind of pride himself on all the people that he knew, which that's really cool. In 2007, on Thanksgiving of 2007, he thought he had a hernia, and he went to the hospital to have that worked on, and they came back that day and said it's not a hernia at all. He actually has pancreatic cancer, and they gave him 2 years to live at that time. They said 2009 he would probably be, that would be the end. And so we put together a benefit for him, and that was going to offset some of the medical costs, of course. And the one thing I can say for Rick is he was always a realist, and I think he understood what he had. And pancreatic cancer, I don't want to put it out there like this, because you never want people to lose hope completely. But when it comes to certain types of cancer, brain, lung, pancreatic, those are really not good odds. And he knew that. And so when we got the money and we gave it to him, we're like, here, do something with this. And he's like, you might as well put this towards somebody who can really use it. Let's give it to the Humane Society. Let's do something that's going to last. And we were really touched by that, obviously. And Rick, I said they gave him 2 years to live, which would have put him at Thanksgiving of 2009, and he died on September 25th, 2009. So almost right to the day. They almost, they were right there. Wow. He never saw the second benefit that we did for him, but we've carried it on in his honor, and I think it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Yes. And I heard you say the other day, about the money we raised. We're actually at $75,000, little over $75,000 is what we've raised.
That gets a freaking bell, Massucci. You get a bell on that one, bro.
No.
You get a double
I'm
bell.
Tell you this.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, man. As much as I love, people are always like, "Oh, that's great what you've done." It's great what everybody's done, and I want everybody to understand that, because I say this constantly. If it was just me, there ain't nobody coming to see me standing on a stage being like, "Hey, here I am." It's every musician that has ever helped us do this. It's every sound guy. It's every photographer. It's every volunteer. It's definitely Erica Moss. I mean, we've had such good luck. It's people like who and Joe who are out there, these ads for us and help us get the word out. We literally would be nothing without you guys. That is 100% true.
There's a bell for
and that's
Z
why
over there.
Yeah, I wish I had a bell. I got everything in this stupid bar except the bell.
I've got it working now.
Wait, I got one of these. Here you go.
Nice.
There you go. You got a little bit of everything in the garage.
I love those.
I don't even know what it is, but yeah. But that's the truth, man. And I look at everybody that has ever taken part in this benefit, and I mean, utmost respect. I think there's probably been close to 350 people that we've had revolving through here.
Yeah.
Just insane. And Z, you were one of the first. I think behind Erica and I, you're the longest tenured Animal for Animals person here. So
awesome,
yeah,
man.
Hats off to you.
Well, I love what you do, man, and I think it's very important to give back, especially to the Anita Stephen Swan Humane Society. I know Anita had come in and put up some money and put her name on it, but they don't get any government funding. I talk about it every day. Massucci's been lining me up with bands so we can promote this every day leading up to Animals Jam, which is going on this weekend, Friday and Saturday. But, they don't have any funding whatsoever. The only kind of funding they get was through donations or through events such as Animal Jam and Wiggle Waggle Walkathon, the golf tournament, the WKTV telethon that they have every year in January. It's the only funding that they get. So kudos to you, man, for raising all that kind of money. I got to make mention, too, and I say it every time you're on, that when we go present that big old check on WKTV during the telethon, we bring more money in than some of these damn banks. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of a, look at you, shame on you, banks. You know, when all these half the musicians don't even have a freaking job, and here we are handing you a check for $10,000, and the banks were like, "Oh, here's $400." Like, screw you, people! You guys got banks got more money behind that vault than any of us put together.
That's for sure.
Right.
I'll tell you though, I got to say, once again, here's another event where the community comes together. Though bands will come out. I mean, it's something that we have. I think that a lot of people don't have is in this area the amount of support that this area shows for everyone, you know what I mean? And everybody comes together in the bands. I mean, that's our way of giving back, you know what I mean? When we play a benefit, that's our way to give back. That's our way to show, you know, hey, we care about the community we live in, you know, and the people in it. So
Justin and Showtime has been there for a lot of benefits throughout the years. They used to do the Barden Mudfest for us a lot back in the day, and hopefully we'll get that up and rolling again. And there's a bunch of other things that, I mean, you guys have gone over and beyond the Call of Duty for when it comes to donating your time and raising money for any kind of cause that is locally.
Absolutely, and it's well worth it. I mean, you know, these are all wonderful causes, and you know, especially you, Rich, your that I mean, as long standing as it's been incredible to see. You know, every year that this happening. It's just great.
You've created a tradition, bro. It's a tradition now, especially throughout, you know, the music community. People look forward to it. And then that brings me to this, too, is you are the catalyst of launching some of these bands. There's been some of these bands that come in from high school, and one comes to mind this year is Filled to the Brim, which I had on a couple weeks ago or last week. Great bunch of kids. They're playing like their fourth show ever, and you're opening the doors to them. And for them to come down and jam out and show what they do. And they're all a bunch of kids in high school. And another one that comes to mind, and they've turned into Trampoline Jetstream, but they were called Glen Street back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that, yep.
And they were all, Adam Mannion was playing guitar, he didn't even know where to plug in his guitar. You know, they were all like kids. They were like 14, 15-year-old kids. And that was all because of Massucci. Bud, you there? Did we lose him?
No, he's in slow motion right now. Look at.
How'd you get in slow motion? Is that the COVID kicking in?
God.
You are in slow motion, though. How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you there, bud?
No.
I think your connection's a little messed.
As much as I appreciate that, I mean,
this is the
really,
COVID talking.
Oh yeah.
You say this, man. You know, when you
Bud, your connection's off, man. Massucci, your connection's weak right now. You froze up on us. You're gonna have to close out and come back in. This is kind of funny.
Oh, I love it.
This is our first COVID guest.
Actually. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This is what happens.
You figure it's bound to happen.
This is what happens when you have.
No. Well, I was saying when you get ion.
Oh, so close.
Not really, buddy. Your connection's horrible. That's why
really,
it's
really bad.
That's why it's bouncing in and out.
When you get like talented individuals like that, I mean,
I don't think he can hear us.
I don't know. Who knows? Hey,
why don't you send him a message? We'll talk, and then you know.
There he is.
Am I back? Yes.
I've changed locations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But it just must have been because of the Steelers stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I what was I saying? I don't know.
It was all kind of choppy and broken up.
It is now?
No, it's great now.
Oh, it's perfect. See, I come out in the yard. You know why? You're right. It's all that junk that's on the wall. But yeah, no. I was saying, you know, a lot of people try to give us credit for like Trampoline Jetstream and stuff. And really, what I always thought, like when you have talented individuals like that, like those guys were going to find an audience no matter what. I know that people have said that about with like Autumn Fire too. Autumn Fire, man. I mean, when you get a band that's got that much talent, they're going to find them. Yeah, they play. We were fortunate that they played our show. One of our shows was their first kind of thing. And I mean, I can't take any credit for that. I really can't. So, and with these guys,
a true mentor right there. You know what I mean? It's,
you know, look at it like Filled to the Brim.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, they came to me and they showed me a tape of them playing Van Halen, and they were playing Rush, which blown away by that. Still
Me
blown
too.
away by that fact.
Yeah.
You know, I have to give them a stage like that because
Sure.
you gotta. I mean, when you're able to do something like that for somebody, to let them on there and they're bringing that much talent, let them go. Let them go, man. They've been nothing. It's such a great working relationship that we try to have with all these bands, man. You know, whatever we can do for them, and obviously they do a ton for us. So that's the way I always look at it.
I know from my standpoint, you know, being in a band for as long as we have been together, that the one person I remember is the first person that gave us that opportunity to play like in front of a lot of people. Like our drummer Joe's dad got us to our first benefit that we played, and then the very next one we played this benefit with Ernie Sportello from Looking Back, and he just passed away last week. And so I still remember the fact that he allowed us to share the stage with them for a couple of gigs. We played at the Sunrise Lounge on Route 5, which used to be Dino's. They just brought us everywhere with them and allowed us to play in front of their fans, which started, you know, our fan base. And it's just you never forget that first person that gave you that opportunity. And as much as you don't want to take credit for it, those kids will always remember what you did for them, you know, and that's something that you should be happy about, you know.
Oh yeah. I you know, and I'll tell you what, I look at it like I always look at those bands like you were saying, Trampoline Jetstream.
Yeah.
Man, it actually. It makes me feel so happy to see how far those guys have come with their musical careers now.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's incredible.
So
and
cool.
if there's only one thing that I will say I get very happy about, it's that we were able to know them from such a young age. And we've kind of been there all right along. So, yeah absolutely.
Was the Sunset Lounge the place with the motel in the back? You put a quarter in the bed and it vibrates?
No, I think that was a Sunset
That's the Motel.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Wait, how do you know about that? That's weird. That's that.
Of course I know about that.
Just kidding. No,
I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, the Sunrise Lounge. So if you keep going past McGill's, where McGill's was on the right, you keep going past that like you're going back towards Frankfurt. It was on the left-hand side.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's still there. It was this little Italian restaurant that started there, but it's still the same little tiny building. Yeah.
Massucci, how do you find these young bands? I know you said Filled to the Brim sent you a video, which I got to share that video after we're done.
Yeah, definitely,
dude. These kids playing Subdivisions by Rush.
Come on,
like
seriously? How old are these kids?
They're in high school.
Thank God.
14.
They're in high school. But how do you find some of these bands?
Honestly, a lot of them reach out to us.
So you're not patrolling the high schools or anything?
No, not anymore.
Oh, God.
No.
Let's not fall off the rails already, guys, here, all right?
I'm busting balls.
No, we do the Central New York music scene. That helps a lot, too, because a lot of the bands go on there. I do that site, myself and Mike Goff. And so we get to kind of, you know, see a lot of the bands coming through from there, too. So every now and then you got to send them out a message, be like, hey, what's going on, you know, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is a great site, too, and I love that site.
Oh, cool. Thank you. We try. You know, I was trying to do like a focus on local music for a while. You know, the one thing I always tell bands and network.
Oh, yeah.
Keep networking. And when you think that you've hit everybody, go right back and start all over again. You know, because you never know who you're missing or who you might talk to. Or I mean, you know, this is true that when I'm pitching out for some of these bands, trying to get everybody to know them, oh man, I bombard the hell out of everybody and send invites to their pages. And you'd actually be surprised how many of the bands I send out the invites, and I realize that some of their own band guys, the musicians in the band, aren't even fans on their own pages. And you know, so it's true. It's true. Mike Lampert, I'm looking at you. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. So.
Nice. I like your lineup this year, bro. Friday night's pretty stacked. Saturday's stacked as well, but Friday night's very diverse. You've got, you know, we got some classic rock, you got some hard rock, some heavy metal. The Bomb is playing. There's some punk rock. There's some singer-songwriter stuff. There's blues with Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs. A lot of different stuff.
Really excited
we
about
can't
that.
forget our boys from Motorlord. They're on.
Motorlord's on. Oh,
yeah, they're playing. They're last to play. So if you could get out early enough, they're playing last. We are Motorlord.
Prepare to die. Oh,
yes.
man, it's gonna be great.
That's funny. Where they were the first band I threw at you when you had said I can't find any bands. I'm like, what about Motorlord? You're like, oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Well, no, you know what it is too is we have asked some of these bands so many times. Can you please play the benefit? Can you please play the benefit? You almost feel like kind of like, hey, it's me again, and you almost feel like they know you're coming. You're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And I know people don't mind; they want to play it, but at the same time, you do feel like an incredible pain in the ass after a while. Like,
Do you feel like that persistent salesman that keeps showing up to your place of work or whatever, looking to sell you ads or something?
Yeah, Amway. Yeah, it's like, oh man, not again. So, yeah.
Oh, damn, there's Massucci again walking into our practice room asking us to do it.
Yeah. How did you even find this place?
Massucci, can't you see we're trying to rehearse here?
Like, oh, man, lay on the floor and turn the lights off. He's here again.
Massucci throws a brick through the window with a note taped to it.
I know you're in there.
With the dates attached to it.
Yeah.
You in, circle yes or no.
Oh, God.
Circle yes or no.
Hey, do we expect to have like a lot of the giveaways that you would normally do? Are you going a little stripped down this year? Like, what do we expect at this event this year?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had to strip down a little bit. I've been sick. Erica's been sick. And we've been in freaking quarantine for the better part of 3 weeks. So a lot of the things that we wanted to go and try to do, probably not going to get a chance to do them, and that is going to definitely be the raffles. Every year you see us go out, we have all those raffles and everything. I mean, as much as I would love to, there's just not time. There's just, we lost a huge chunk of time in there. And you would think, well, you've been home, of course you can do it, but people forget how much. Yeah, you got to go out. You almost got to like pound the pavement going door to door on all these businesses. So
I've never seen like anything like that. I mean, you could call to your blue in the face and nobody wants to talk to you, but you walk in there in person to ask for something like that, and you're like 98% more apt to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what you had to deal with. I'll be sitting there for 3 weeks, just knowing that you should be out there, you want to be out there, but you can't.
Oh, it sucks, and you're absolutely right. I mean, I hate to sound this way, but sometimes when you're standing there in, face to face, it kind of puts a real weird of like almost like a burden, where, well, now I don't want to tell you no face to face. Whereas if I was on the phone, I'm just like, yeah, we'll call you back.
Sure. Yep.
So that's where we used to have a lot more luck, and it drove us nuts. It drove us nuts trying to, do all this from the house. But,
and there are a lot of businesses around the Utica area that are it's amazing how much they help out and how much they give to benefits and to different things, and you're like wondering, here's a struggling small business, because I could say that all of them are at this point with COVID and what happened. And the fact that they're still willing to give back is just so cool. You know what I mean?
It is, and that's another reason why we were really kind of torn. Do we go and try to like, with the letters and asking these places to donate, when half of these businesses can't even like keep the doors open 7 days a week.
Right.
Like we used to go to Carmela's a lot, and now if you go by their restaurant, it says like closed on Mondays because they just don't have the staff.
They don't have the staff. They have big huge signs, and it's like help wanted. When has Carmela's ever needed help? You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
I mean, it's usually the busiest restaurant on that street.
Massucci, what is going on in your neighborhood right now?
Well, I don't know.
Cops are coming for you.
Yeah. They heard you're out of the house before quarantine was supposed to end. You, get back in the house, Rich.
No. I'm in. No. Yeah, it's different though, man. It's it's a little bit different this year, but we'll make the most of it. So
yeah, for sure, man. It's always a great time.
The only thing that I think is going to be a little bit weird, and I haven't really kind of figured out how we're going to do this, is we always do the Das Boot. The Das Boot has been like a staple of our benefits, and it's like getting the teams of 5 to go, and everybody's drinking out of the gigantic boot mug and everything. Probably not going to happen like that this year. I don't even know if anybody would want to share a mug at this point, but maybe we'll just do like 5 cans each or something. We'll definitely do a drinking competition. That's part of it. Has to happen.
Yeah.
So, agreed.
I feel like you're Central New York's greatest game show host ever.
Do you still have the boot? Do you still have the boot that you use? That's what you do then. You do your 5 cans, but you stick the boot out in the middle of the table, and you can have it like in memory of Das Boot. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. I would still – Z, I know you've probably seen this, the rock-offs that we do here. And the rock-offs, we used to do like a drinking competition along with a trivia competition. And then after everybody was like really good and schnockered up, we had these fake wooden guitars that we would give them. And they just run around the house and they act like rock stars. Let me see if I can show you one. They're great. Hold on a minute.
Right.
You're going to get a rare treat. Hopefully the damn phone doesn't break.
And there it goes.
This is one again. There it goes. You're skipping already.
Oh, wait, hold on.
All right.
Coming back.
Am I back? Oh,
you're back.
Am I back out?
Yep.
All right. So this was one of the fake guitars.
Yes.
Yeah. If you look at the back of it.
Oh, that's so cool, though.
Yeah. So, but it's got like yeah, man.
Oh man, that's so cool.
And
Can you
we
play
would
us a
have
song
everybody
right now?
like. What's that?
Bust out Eruption.
Speaking of, I saw a video of Wolfgang playing Eruption.
Oh wow,
which was sick. I was like, of course you can play it. I mean, it was probably the first thing his dad taught him, and he was like, "Dad, this is easy. Let's move on." Who knows? He's incredible.
That album's sick.
That's awesome. Well,
hey, do you have any? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say before I forget.
Yeah.
I do want to give a do people do shout? We don't do shout outs, but I want to give a little tip of the hat to some people that have really, really helped us over the years. And that's John Price.
Yes.
John Price, sound guy John Price, who has been fabulous.
He gets a bell. I love that man.
Yeah. Absolutely. John Price. I mean, if you think of some of the sound guys that we've used, I mean Roscoe Sweeney.
What happened to your sound? There we go.
There we go.
Don't take
I just can't get this.
Well, you
put
your finger over the microphone is what you did.
Oh man, technology. Nobody told me about this damn thing.
Listen, 3 weeks in the house, he forgets everything.
I don't even know where I live anymore. This ain't even my house. No, I was saying, like Roscoe Sweeney has always been there for us. Back in the day, I mean, we were using a lot of different guys. Joe Finelli's been with us for a while now. Man, I get Seth Goldberg. He was doing sound for us for a little while. We didn't forget about him, man. Seth's good people.
He is.
And then some of the other people like Dave Bauer and Steve Lesniak, who come out and they take photos of all the bands for free and put them up there. Guys like that, Jim Hool. I mean, just real good guys, and have always helped us in the community. So, hats off to them.
That's great.
Seriously. Yep. So,
Massucci, who's your sleeper pick this year at Animal Jam?
Oh man, put me on the spot. I'm going to tell you what, man. I seen Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs right before I got sick. In fact, I was at a private party with them the 2 before I got. So, and I had never seen them before that. I'm going to tell you what, they absolutely smoke.
Yeah,
they smoke. And I know Jake was on there the other day. The guitar kid. And dude, I am going to tell you what.
How does this keep happening to you?
He's fabulous.
How does this keep happening to you?
Because people are trying to.
I got.
How does this happen? No, but Jake smokes, man. He smokes. I've said for a long time, there's a bunch of players in the area that don't get the recognition they deserve, like Chris Eves. Chris Eves is a phenomenal guitar player, and
he's out
Jake
there
is
opening.
right up there
He's
with him,
playing with Zach Brown every time they come into the town. He'll go and play with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
Jake's got another band too. You heard about his other band too, Jake, right? His other band, Spoonie and the Tone Chasers. Yeah, that's his other band.
Yep.
They practice right downstairs below us.
Man. Oh, do they?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yep, for sure.
In fact, if I'm feeling well enough, I would love to go see them because I think they're playing in the next day or two. So,
yeah, funny story, real quick. Like I said, they practice right below us. We were practicing and learning "Kiss" by Prince, and Ryan sings it, of course. Quinn, And so Jose goes downstairs to say hi to Jake and those guys. They're like, dude, who's the chick upstairs singing? And he's like, it's not a chick, it's Ryan Quinn. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you'll have to ask Jake about that when you see him.
I think they're going to be phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I got to tell you, too, I'm really, really excited about seeing Tribal Law, because they haven't been on the scene in years.
Yes, I remember that band. Wow, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah, that was a little massaging to try to make that happen, but yeah, I think that'll be really good. And One Man the Band. I have not heard One Man the Band except for some videos right now, so I'm really excited to see them too. So that'll be good. A lot of good music, man. A lot of great local talent. So.
Nice.
Absolutely.
We're gonna display a lot of this local talent too tomorrow. Beside the Sun's coming on this podcast with is it Crossman and Yoshi and those guys, Chris Perez, all those dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Are they all coming on? Or anyways, they're going to be one of the big acts on Friday night, and then on Wednesday, One Man the Band, Logan Cheeseborough and his guys are going to be on this podcast, and all to promote what you got going on this weekend. I give Massucci my calendar leading up to Animals, and I'm just like, here, you book it up, and we'll promote the hell out of you. So, and that's what he does. He takes the calendar and he books it up with all his bands. So, it's good. Thank you.
And
you're doing me a favor. It's less work for me to do. All I got to do is click record and go. Right.
So yeah, it'll be fun, man. It'll be fun. So
I love what you do, buddy. What you do is great, and we miss you here around the D. You know, your football podcast, your hockey podcast, your garage bar antics, and just you being on EC Radio with me, man. We had a good run together, you and I, Massucci.
Yes. In fact, remember where it all started was in their garage back there. So,
it did.
Yeah,
it did.
We were doing We were doing what were we calling it? UCs with Z, I think is what we were calling it at the time.
I remember those.
Yeah, we did some of those, but even before that, you and I were just interviewing local bands. Remember, we had Wicked come in, and then we had the Mason Revolt guys come down. I think Max was around at one point, and so we were doing it right there at your
Genesee
garage.
Joe came in, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Genesee Joe came in.
Yeah, man.
Remember, that was the night Joe and I got completely hammered, and he's like, can you delete everything we talked about? Please?
We got Max just chimed in there. Yeah, right?
Oh, you know what? We do have a bunch of comments on it. I didn't even see it. The Motorlord boys are saying hello. Roy Costin's saying hello. The Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs, the guys are checking in, says good people seem to have a knack for finding more good people. That's a fact.
Yes, sir.
Good to hear from you. I had a great podcast with those guys last week, man. So if you get a chance to check that out, you can find it on Disruption Network social media platforms. The boys from Motorlord saying, what's up, brothers? Max is in the house. Oh, my God. Max. So the first time I ever met Max was through Massucci, because Autumn Fire was playing like their very first show at the Electric Company. And I walked in and I'm like, who the F are these guys? They just blew me away. Yeah. And then I talked to Max. And I'm like, this guy's kind of a prick. And then, but then after, he grew on me. He did. And now I love him to death. I do. I love him to death.
Yeah.
But him and I got off on the wrong foot.
We had a blast Sunday. He did the Boilermaker with us. He came up and did 3 a.m. and was part of the whole ending with the whole thing. And being able to hang out with all those guys was great. Sean and Isaac French.
Oh, cool.
And they all came up, and of course the guys were classified. But those three, they each came up and did a song, and then we did listen to the music, and they all sang harmonies with us. And it was just,
must have been awesome.
It was outstanding. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if anybody took a video. I'd love to see it. I haven't seen it yet. But
was it broadcast?
No, not this year.
Because usually they do. They broadcast.
Maybe it was. I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't see any cameras rolling or anything like that. Plus, this year, we were in the back, like on the Columbia Street side, facing the brewery, instead of being the brewery side facing this way, which usually KTV can shoot in where we are. But I think we were next to them rather than in front of them. So
yeah. Sean Smith's checking in too. He's on there. He's saying the cops are coming for you, Massucci. When all that
ruckus,
same thing.
I don't know if you know Sean, because he hasn't been on the show in forever. So I don't know if anybody knows Sean. He's kind of fallen off the.
I like him.
Yeah,
I do.
He's okay.
I do. I think he's a good guy. I just, the moniker, he could drop that. But
yeah,
as far as that, I think he's an awesome individual.
I think he's a great guy too. But I'm just kind of, I feel slighted that he hasn't been on the show. been going on for over a year.
He's busy. I'm done asking him. I stopped asking him years ago. But that's all good.
Cool.
Gus is saying a tablet and a stand of Massucci doing Das Boot from the garage.
Yes.
That's how you should do it. Go live from your garage.
Oh, man.
Just you doing the Das Boot. You and all your COVID pals. You can pass it along to each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
my God.
Max is saying, so this is how me and Max got off on the wrong foot back, what is it, but 15 years ago or whatever. What year was that when Autumn Fire first played? 07 maybe? 06 maybe? 08? I don't know.
08 I think it was.
Blackout years.
09. 09.
09.
Yep.
Okay, Max called me by the wrong name, and I never forgave him for it. He's right.
Do you remember what was the name he called you?
I know what he called me, and I don't even want to repeat it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. He called me by somebody else that I despise, thinking I was him, and I'm like,
man.
no, dude.
Maybe he called you Y instead of Z.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Why instead of Z?
Sorry, I've had my son all day. I'm just filled with dad jokes right now, so it's horrible.
No, but yeah, I love Max. It's kind of an ongoing joke with him and I really don't care. I love him to death. He's my brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Justin, I shared a few of my friends the video today. I posted it, all your name. It wouldn't let me tag you for some reason on her.
Oh, Tammy, I got tagged, but it did one of those things like I don't know what it does on Facebook when it pops up and it's got the lock. It looks like a lock on it.
Okay.
And it says, hang on, I'll let you know what it says. Carry on. It's right here. I just
so is this video of you guys from yesterday?
Maybe it says it's locked and it says this content isn't available right now. When this happens is usually because the owner only shared it with a small group of people. Changed to consider it's been deleted. So it's either been deleted, Tammy, or you have a set. Yeah, or you have it set to private.
Or it could be copyright.
Or it could be copyright. Yeah.
Yeah. One or the other.
But usually they don't hit that right away. And when she tagged me, it tagged me in it twice.
Freaking Facebook. As we're live on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
can I voice my opinion on Facebook? How much I absolutely hate it.
Yes, rant it.
Yeah.
As you're live on Facebook currently.
Oh, can this be Rich's rant for that I haven't done in 12 years or whatever it was?
Yes,
sure.
Here's my thing. If you are on Facebook and please, for the love of God and all that's holy, stop making everything public. For the love of God. I look on there and that's the way people are now is they put everything of themselves public. And it's so weird to me to see that because everybody knows the internet is filled with all these whacked out randos and people are putting pictures of their kids on there.
Yeah.
And they're putting pictures of the insides of their house and just the most crazy stuff. And I don't know if it's that people need that man, I need that validation. I need people to give me likes. I need people to like my photos, or I don't know what it is, but for the love of God, stop. It's not that important to have people like you versus putting your safety of your kids and things like that up. Don't do that. Seriously. Dumbass people.
I'm with you, bud. I agree. Everybody's just looking for attention.
Yeah, I mean, and people don't. A lot of people don't know how to make it not public, you know what I mean? Because there is that button that you can make on the post where it says only your friends, you know what I mean? So only the people that you allow on Facebook. Because I mean, usually when I post something of my son, it's only to my friends, people that I have on Facebook. And it's not. I mean, it's not for any other reason that I have family that's out of state. In that sense, for me, I have family out of state that I want. That's who I'm reaching out to as far as when I post pictures of my kid and but. The only other thing I use Facebook for is really just promoting what I do.
Exactly. Same here.
You know what I mean? That's it. I mean, I'm not I got pissed off and wrote 3 posts about the Yankees the other day, but that's something I could rant about for
that's
weeks.
Justified though. Yeah.
Freaking
but
Yankees.
It's just it bothers me when I see everybody around. You see every 30, 40 and 50-year-old man and woman in Utica posting everything as public. God. For and it's they're trying to do well, I'm trying to get my brand out. Man, you ain't got no brand. You live in upstate New York. You work at MetLife. What brand? What brand are you trying to promote? Desperate. That's what that just reeks of. So stop.
Facebook's the Aquanet of social media, where it's not in anymore. You know,
right? You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want to brand yourself, you want to be a brand, you got to go on Instagram and YouTube. I mean, that's where
and TikTok.
Snapchat, TikTok. That's where these people. But if you think you're going to create a brand on Facebook, you're smoking something that we're not.
Facebook is just nothing but baby boomers now.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. I would say even like half those people, like I was mentioning, that are trying to create this brand or this image, whatever it is. It's just so funny because you see people that are out and they're doing this and they're doing that and you're doing this. And it's like, yeah, you can be whoever you want on the internet, on Facebook, on Instagram, on whatever. But when it comes right down to it and you meet these people and you're like, man, you're nothing like I imagined. You're not like some worldly traveler. You're not eating fine cuisine every night. You're kind of just boring like the rest of us. So stop with that bullshit image that you're trying to impress everybody. Just be yourself. Just be a genuine person, man. And I guarantee it's like they say, man, sometimes, sugar attracts a lot more people or flies in the sense than whatever, whatever. You know what the hell I'm trying to say. Just drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's a look at me. Everybody wants attention.
You know what really grinds my gears?
And this is a Massucci rant brought to you by EJA Moving Services.
Yeah, for real, man. Rich's rants. That's what they used to be, right? Yeah.
I miss them, bud.
But on that note, guys,
yes.
I'm going to probably depart because not only is my arm getting tired from holding this stupid phone, but also, man, just after a little while, I get like ridiculously winded because this whole shit's still kicking around in me. But I do so much appreciate you guys having me on and for letting me get this word out on this. Thank you so much. And to anybody that bothered to tune in today and even listen to me and talking about this thing, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Seriously do.
You're the man, Massucci.
Thanks, brother. Glad you're on the mend.
And get yourself better and keep doing what you're doing. It's going on this weekend, Friday, Saturday. 12 North Sports Bar is the place to be. Animals for Animals. It is the 14th annual, all to benefit the Stephen Swan Humane Society. You're killing it, buddy. You're absolutely killing it. And keep supporting that local music scene. We love you.
You betcha. You too.
Thanks, brother.
Rest up, homie.
All right.
All right, Justin, where are you playing this week before we get out of here? Where are you playing this week?
Let me see. I forgot to pull it up. I didn't realize we were ending yet. So. I'm playing at Fratello's this Thursday. It's for they're a bar owner that used to have John's Place over there in Frankfurt. He's having his birthday party. He's like 140, 77, but Anyway, Friday the trio's at 1 Jenny. We have a wedding on Saturday, and that's it until the week after.
Nice. You're busy, though.
Very busy,
It's good you got a little downtime, though. You can spend some time with Oliver and
man. I totally forgot that today was Columbus Day, and, I was getting ready to do my thing. Whatever, and all of a sudden my wife goes, "Don't forget you have Oliver tomorrow," and I'm like, not crap that I have him, but no, he's out of control. Like we wouldn't be able to have a show.
I think it'd be great.
Yeah, you say that, okay?
I think it would be. I
mean, and he's not a bad boy. I promise you, he's not a bad boy. He is very he wants to know what everything is. He'd want to sit with you and type on the keyboard and do that. He might hit a button that would stop everything. Who knows? But no, but yeah. So luckily we got Jose, who he calls Poppy. That's what he calls Jose.
Fitting.
That's it. Yes, and that's his best friend. So he's over there hanging out with Jose right now while I'm on the show. And then
thank you, Uncle Jose.
Yeah, right. So.
Awesome. Well, big ups to Oliver and, of course, your wife, Jessica. She puts up with a lot from you, dude.
She really does. And, she's a saint because, it really takes, we had talked about this before, it takes a special person to be with a musician, and especially one that plays like I do or like Max does or like Sean does. It takes a special woman to be.
It does.
Or man, if you're a female performer, to be with somebody with that. Because, now that I have a child, I'm gone all weekend. Now, she's worked all week. I'm gone all weekend. She's got to watch him after she's, you know what I mean? Especially during the week. I have during the week gigs, and she'll come home from work, and I'll see you later, guys. And out the door I go, and then she's still working. You know what I mean? So she's, it takes a special person, and she's definitely one. So
she's a saint.
Yeah.
She definitely is.
That's for sure.
You're lucky you got her, pal.
100%.
We're lucky we got EJA Moving Services and Joey's at 307 and Utica Coffee and my attorney Dave Longretta and Saranac Brewery and Billy the Liquor Guy under too long. Great book. Check it out. I've got a copy sitting around. I got to get you a copy. You'll love it.
Yeah, please do. I'll just go buy one. I don't care.
It's great.
I really want to buy one because
so shy. He's writing the second book now too.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Right now too.
I made the joke and it still sticks with me. As soon as the first day you said that they were that was a sponsor, you read the title and I said also known as Utica on a Thursday.
Right. Yes. And a huge shout out to Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. Get yourself some nut rub.
Yes, it's amazing, guys. It really is.
It's a great product. I love it. It's
amazing.
Especially when it's hot like this on an October day, which is normally not hot
right.
on an October day.
Exactly.
You put a little bit on and there's no sweat down below. It's great. And your balls smell great.
Perfect.
They do. They smell great.
I approve.
Tomorrow we're talking more Animals for Animals with Beside the Sun. The boys will be in here, and we're doing the same thing on Wednesday. Make sure you go out and support the Animal Jam. Animals for Animals, it's going on this weekend at 12 North Sports Bar. Friday and Saturday. Great time for a great cause. It's only $10. All the proceeds to benefit Anita Stevens Swine Humane Society. You guys have yourself a good Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Later.